we believe something here. We believe something's gotta change. Hey everyone, welcome back to 99. This week we're so glad you're here with us wherever you are, whether it's in a living room or you're in a classroom somewhere or you're in a coffee shop. It really doesn't matter to us. The movement is alive and well with students who are passionate about changing the world. Tonight we've got a special show for you. Tonight one of our special guests today is Jay Spacely from Marley Gang. He's a rapper and he's got a lot to share with us about student culture and what's going down, 19 years old. We also have several things that have happened this week that are really excited, and I hope it's happening in your area too. For example, this week, what we call the family team at 99 went to a women's shelter and served 16 little boys and girls. For the most part, they were all under 12 or 13 years old. Many of them were babies. Some of those mothers are the victims of abuse. Some of those children are the victims of abuse. It's very easy to find needs and brokenness in our city that you can be a part of changing. Outside of that, I want to give special recognition, and we're going to be interviewing Isaac Wild, who was a part of a team called Tournament Junkies. You can follow them at Tourney Junkies on Twitter, and what they did is they put together a really cool video game tournament, and they used that opportunity. They had 43 registered participants, a lot of people who were watching the show, and they used that for an opportunity to get people involved in the campaign, to tell them about what's going on. That's all very exciting. Besides that, one other cool thing that I should let you know is happening. Right now we have our movement here in Granite City, Illinois. There's also a movement, as you know, in Matson, Illinois. Two other potential locations are already about to open up there near Matson, Illinois. One near Kankakee, K3 area as they call them, one called Southland. So we're very excited about that. On top of that, another group wants to start a 99 in Rockford, Illinois. We have two other potential locations in Canada, and this week we got a call from our efforts in this video that you watched from last week. Somebody emailed in, texted in, and is interested in starting a 99 in Atlanta. So we're 2 weeks into this joker, and the word is spreading. People want to be a part of a world-changing movement. Don't think because you're in a living room with 15 or 20 people that this thing can't be huge and can't shake the planet. I'm so proud of what you're doing. Congratulations on your decision to be a part of 99. Let's get into the show and talk some more. Thanks so much.
South, my constant solid ground. You are my lantern in the night. When I'm twisted up and shaken, you're the one I put my faith in. Yeah, you're the reason I survive. You keep me steady when the sky is falling. So let the stars drop, whatever comes, I'll be ready. You keep me steady.
Hello everyone and welcome back to 99. Today I want to introduce you to a very special guest who's going to be talking to us about culture and art and how he's using his art and trying to make a difference in the world. Everybody give a big hand for Jay Spacely from Marley Gang. Alright, so I'm going to ask you the same question I've been asking everybody because we're in this major campaign now. So, as you know, you were a part of 99 from the very beginning.
Yeah.
You saw some of the stuff, you heard some of the stories, you shared some of the stories that were happening. Marley Gang plays at some of the clubs in St. Louis. Ages 15 to 25, you know what's going down in student culture. Tell us what you think the biggest issue is.
Honestly, it's got to be the drugs and all the fitting in. Everybody is trying to be who they feel like they need to be instead of who they actually are. And honestly, you can't blame the teenagers. It starts from who raises you, and it starts when you're young. You adapt to to your environment, basically.
Yeah.
So that's that's one thing that I like about 99 coming to Granite, because there's a bunch of troubled teenagers around here that need help and they don't have that outlet to actually go out there and, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I've started with my music career, you know. I can actually go out there and change somebody's life just by recording a song, and they actually, you know,
Yeah.
connect with it.
Now, the name of your band is Marley Gang.
Yes, sir. It's in tribute for, of course, Bob Marley, you know, because he's worldwide, universally, he spreads peace, changes the world, which goes with 99.
Yeah.
Also.
So you said that, you know, you felt like drugs and stuff are one of the biggest issues. Tell us a story about maybe somebody, and you have to, please don't share their name, but somebody that you know that grew up and did drugs and kind of got caught in that culture, and you know, if you really got down to it and you had a one-on-one with them, they'd be like, I don't want this life, I don't even know why I'm here. Maybe tell one of those stories if you have one that you could share.
2 years ago, one of my best friends overdosed on heroin over a girl that they fell off, you know, and they basically, it drove him to the point to where he was sober for 3 years before that day. And that night that happened, he ended his life over nothing. And it wasn't, honestly, if I could take it back and talk to him that night, I would tell him that it wasn't over the girl, it was him. He, you know, he wasn't strong enough to beat his addiction. And once you get addicted to something, you know, it's always there.
Now, you said he was a close friend?
Yeah, it was one of my best friends.
How did that start for him? I mean, he was sober for 3 years. Where did that started somewhere?
I seen him 2 weeks before because he started messing with everything with that, and I was focused on my music. That's the only thing that I couldn't sway off into that, and we didn't hang out for about the 3 years that he was breaking off of it. And then I seen him 2 weeks right before he died, and we was having a talk about one of another friends I was at a party, and my friend was overdosing on Xanaxes, and we was telling him, me and my friend that overdosed on heroin, we told him that life is short. And then 2 weeks later, I wake up from sleeping, just got home from a show, woke up to a phone call from his mother crying, telling me that he was dead and they were planning the funeral.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody thinks, you know, it's not going to happen to me. But then it's all the friends who get left behind who have to carry the pain of it, you know?
Yeah, and that was 2013. That same year I went to 13 funerals, drug-related or alcohol-related. My cousin died in a car crash with 6 other people. And I had to go to a funeral every day for a whole week.
Wow.
So it's a real situation that needs to be addressed.
So, man, I mean, there's no words for that. I wasn't really ready for that story, to be honest. It's heavy, you know? I appreciate you getting transparent with us and sharing. I want to remind everybody while we're talking, you know, the whole point of this show is so that students around the world can have the conversation in their own living room with their own friends who are passionate and just sick and tired of seeing the same stories like this repeat themselves. And if you need to hit pause and somebody needs to talk, you can do that at any point in the show. We're not here just to entertain you. We're here to initiate a conversation and a movement that's working to change these issues in our cities. And just want to remind you all of that. Tell us a little bit about, you know, it's easy to lose sight, and it's okay if you did, or I don't know that you did, I'm just asking. It's easy to lose sight of, in the midst of the business of music, to lose sight of the mission of your music.
Yeah.
How initially did you start trying to use that to change the world, and how's that gone for you, and have you got, you know, lost in that at all, and you know, encourage some of the artists who are out there who want to use their art to change the world?
Well, honestly, back in 2010, me and my close friend Rob Kuhn started our hip-hop group, and at that time it was more of a hobby. And we started booking a couple shows, and, you know, everything started getting realer, you know, business-wise. That's when we started having to take everything serious. So it was about the same time everything that was happening in 2013 everything was happening. My friend ended up getting shot, and a couple of you might know him in this room. He ended up getting shot, and the bullet wasn't meant for him, and he got shot on Cleveland.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually spoke at that video.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
And ever since that
He was
day,
13 years old.
13 years old.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Ever since that day, I realized that life is way too short not to just sit there and want something to come to you. I wanted to actually go out there and spread my message towards and have somebody like his mother come up to me and say that, hey, that song touched me because I know that it was about him, you know?
Yeah. Well, now would be a perfect time. We're gonna cut to a clip right now, and we want to show you and share with you some of James's music. We'll be back with you in just a minute. Thanks.
See, I'ma spit this one line for the one time. This for the children that don't get to see the sunshine. This for the family with no food up when it's lunchtime. I said it's my time, better yet it's crunch time. This for the family that was never gave a chance. I focus on the positive, I live to give back. If I ever fall off or end up down to all my last with no clothes up on my back, I would still recite this track. See, they try to take our planet, we just here to get it back. We just here to spread the message, we'll no longer sit back. See, they try to take our planet, we just here to get it back. We just here to spread the message, we'll no longer sit back. Ay.
Everybody give it up for Jay Spacely. You got a show coming up in St. Louis this week. Or a couple weeks.
Well, yeah, November 12th, we're opening for Kevin Gates and Chevy Woods, Taylor Gang, Wiz Khalifa, all of them, you know, and $30. Tickets are on sale right now, $40 at door.
Okay.
And
Great.
Should be a good time.
All right, for those of you in St. Louis. Now, last question for you. There's a lot of artists out there, a lot of people who want to use their music, whether it's rap or, country, or, whatever other kind of music they want to do, that want to change the world and use their music to have a message. First of all, I want to ask you, what's your message?
Honestly, just not to give up, you know. If you got something that you want to go out and do for you, then you just go out there and do what you got to do, you know.
Right. And then for those who, maybe are afraid to take that first step or are looking forward to the future and always thinking it's going to be tomorrow, last word, say something to encourage all those artists out there that want to use their art to change the world.
There's never a better day to start doing something than today, because every day that you spend thinking about it is a day that you're wasting not pursuing it.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Spacely, thanks so much.